Happy New Year. Happy New Year, every Chelsea fan. Happy 2026. I hope that you've crossed over the year quite safe and quite well. And yeah, it's a new year and it's always another drama at Chelsea. So I had said this yesterday when I was doing my previous live. And actually, I said it, I told my guys here that Maresca is gone. Do not. If you're watching us, please can you say hello and where you're watching us? So Enzo Maresca is gone. Enzo Maresca is gone. Good morning, happy new year, everyone, happy new year. So I kept on saying this, that I knew it was coming. And one way that I always know that a manager is going is the minute he changes. He stops wearing the club's merchandise. Hello from Nanyuki. Hello, it's really nice to see everyone. Good morning, happy new year. Hello from Vilgas, Uganda. Happy new year, everyone. Happy new year. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From Nigeria, how are you? Thank you. Happy New Year. I hope you've had a happy New Year. Thank you, guys. So the news that we are getting is that the relationship between Maresca and Eghbali is literally dead. It's finished. And as you all know, if there is a fight between the manager and the ownership, there is only one winner. And the winner is the management. So Eghbali, the man who couldn't work with Pochettino, he couldn't work with Thomas Tuchel, he couldn't work with anyone. It's confirmed that he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. There is no need of confirmation. He's gone. The information that I'm getting from an insider is that they're just working on the legal terms of the document, but he's gone. Happy New Year. Somebody's saying it is a clickbait. I'm telling you, if it's a clickbait, wait till the end of the day. But I've told you that Maresca is gone. The relationship between him and Eghbali has been ruined. Chelsea are currently looking on bringing the Strasbourg manager as the interim manager till the end of the season. So you can clearly see that there is absolutely no ambition in this club. Maresca is going because I think there is somehow because remember, Enzo Maresca hired Jorge Mendes recently, and Jorge Mendes is trying to get him the best deal. And there are rumors that Maresca is actually going to agree a pre-contract agreement with Manchester City. And looking at the way Manchester City run, and that's why there's a time I did a video here and I talked about Maresca's options at Manchester City. And I was like, when I look at the working conditions at Chelsea and the working conditions at Manchester City, they prioritize footballing success over everything. And Maresca is an Italian manager. He has won trophies and he believes that he wants to win more trophies. And if because he believes that he wants to win more trophies, of course, Maresca is going to incline towards trying to actually win more. And which club gives him the ground and the environment to win? It's Manchester City. So it is clear that he's going to Manchester City. And there is no point of him actually staying, and he can see already that he's being sabotaged from inside. You have Eghbali, who cannot work with any manager who's competent. And this is what Elba kept on saying, that this is a private equity firm. Their main aim is to ensure that they bought Chelsea for around 3 billion. After 10 years, they're able to sell Chelsea to the next person for probably 12 billion or 15 billion and make a profit. It's all about making a profit. But how do you make a club profitable? You strengthen the core team. You strengthen the first 11 and the second 11. Even if you want to bring in young players and a bit of experience so that the club can continue to maintain, to compete in the highest level and to also compete in the top honors. That is when you're able to sell the club at profit, if that is what they want. But it's now clear Maresca is gone. Hello, good morning and New Year from Zambia. Hello, Mevias. Thank you very much for watching us from Zambia. I think Eghbali is the problem. Definitely. It's a huge mistake. But again, I expected it to happen. Let him go with Garnacho, Benoit, and Tosin. Maresca didn't bring any of them at the club. And probably those are some of the players that have had him get resigned, because I don't think Maresca has been sacked. Again, this is what actually says, this is actually what defines what I've always been saying. I said Mauricio Pochettino did not get sacked. I said Mauricio Pochettino walked. Why? They were going to sign a bunch of players, and they wanted to sell Conor Gallagher, who was integral in his team. And Pochettino was like, I cannot work like this. I cannot work in this environment. And what happened? Pochettino walked at the end of the season. Now, Maresca has job offer already at Manchester City and is clear favorite to succeed Pep at Manchester City. Why can't Maresca take that opportunity? And that's why he has decided, let me just walk in the beginning of the year, prepare myself, and be ready to take Manchester City forward. And I cannot blame him. I cannot blame him, because as much as Maresca might love the club, he might love the fans, he might love the players, but if you do not give a manager humble time to work and give him the tools to succeed, it is a very unhealthy working position at Chelsea. When you lose a game, the ownership and the sporting directors are coming to the dressing room. I don't understand. What is this obsession of always going to the dressing room? They started with Thomas Tuchel. They started going into the dressing room after every loss. What are you going to do in the dressing room? I've never seen Stan Kroenke for Arsenal going to the dressing room. I don't even see the Manchester City chairman going to the dressing room. He knows that Pep is there, and Pep is the one who's supposed to coach those players. Even when Arne Slot was going through all these terrible runs at Liverpool, not a single day have I seen Liverpool sporting directors going into the dressing room. What is this obsession of always going into the dressing room whenever there is a defeat? What is this obsession of always reviewing every game, telling a manager, why didn't you play this player? Why didn't you select this player? I'm telling you, there is a reason why in that Aston Villa game, Maresca chose to bench Fofana to start Benoit. Because this is what happens. They have signed these players. They have signed these players at very low wages and at very low fees, and they want them to get game time in the highest level, so that once they get game time, they are able to sell them and make a profit. But the situation here is these players are mediocre. Some of them are mediocre players. So when you give them an opportunity, they weaken the team. And once they weaken the team, the results go down. And that's why we have always been saying, why is Maresca rotating? Why is Maresca picking this player? Why is Maresca dwelling on this player? But in reality, there are forces higher up the club that are forcing the manager to select these players, who even the manager knows aren't good enough, but he's forced to select them because that is what the club has asked him to do. Maresca wins the Club World Cup. Maresca wins the Conference League. Maresca finishes in the top 4. Maresca overachieves in his first season. What is he rewarded with in the transfer? He's given Dilap, he's given Gittens, he's given Garnacho, he's given Bonanote on loan, and then Noni Madueke is sold, Jackson is sold, and then now you're also hearing that they are looking for a way to move on Pedro Neto because they believe that Estevao is going to be the long-term prospect for that right-wing position. Is Estevao a good player? Yes. But again, you realize that they were signing Neto so that they can get Neto back on form and then sell him. Look at what Reece James posted on his Instagram, that 2025 has been good for him on and off the pitch. This is one manager who has been able to manage Reece James and make Reece James play all this manner of games. Now, this is now going to be a dominoes effect, because this is a manager who has worked with Cole Palmer. This is a manager that the players actually understood. They knew that this manager is going to stay. Now, this manager has not stayed 1.5 years. And this has been the cycle at Chelsea. No manager has managed to complete their 2 seasons or even enter and finish their 3rd season at this club. So what lie are they going to push now? What lie are they going to push? Are they going now to tell us that we are going for this project? It's 4 years into this project. 4 years. They said that Roman Abramovich did not manage the club well, and that after 3 years, they are going to put Chelsea to be competing amongst the top clubs. Is Chelsea competing amongst the top clubs? And if they have a manager who wants to win, who has a project of actually winning, they choose not to hire him. They choose, if they hire him and a manager wins and has a desire of continuing winning, they choose to sack that manager, because their main aim is not to win trophies. Their main aim is not to win games. Their main aim is not to win anything. Their main aim is to sign the latest hot 12-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, get them to go to Strasbourg. When they are 19, bring them to Chelsea. They come to Chelsea, give them Premier League minutes, hope that you're in the Champions League, you give them minutes. Once they hit 21, you sell them and you make a profit. That is the model. This is no longer Chelsea Football Club. This is Brighton Football Club of London. That's why you have Brighton sporting directors. And that is what has just happened. That is what has just happened. And there's nothing you can tell me to convince me that these people have anything. Whenever a manager is looking to be ambitious, that is when you're look just like you. New Year Chelsea are going into the second season without a front. Look just like you. What happened to the Stamford Bridge development? Look just like you. And I'm thinking, when you hire a manager, if the manager look just like you. You can't hire a manager. Look just like you. Even Amorim, when he had his most look just like you. When the dressing room is to go to the dressing room when the team has look just like you. It's not about Maresca. Just like you. My brother from Nigeria, inconsistent. Look just like you. And because they're bound to make a lot of mistakes, just like experience, then you expect them to actually be the greatest player. Let me just show you an example. This is what Chelsea FC used to be. This is what Chelsea FC used to be. If you have these players in your team, of course, even when you look at them, they look like they're going to win you the league. When you look at them, they look like they're able to manage the game. When you look at that guy coming out of that dressing room, you know this is a win. This is a guy who is here to win. When you look at this kind of players, these are the players. This is the Chelsea that you know.
As it's turned out, it's just some delay behind the scenes. Jose Mourinho's.
Because you cannot look at Arsenal. Look at the players they have. They are 26 years old, 27 years old. Look at Manchester City. Look at the kind of players they have. Look at Liverpool. Look at the kind of experience they have. Where is the experience at Chelsea? And John Terry said this when Thiago Silva was leaving, that I would like Thiago Silva to come in. Now is the time to have Thiago Silva to come in. The problem is not the coach. Chelsea management is the problem. It is very sad. It is very sad that you cannot even actually get rid of these guys from the club. You can't get rid of them. You really can't get rid of them. Too much micromanagement. Yeah, too much micromanagement. That is all we Fabregas to coach our team.
Frank Lampard has almost
Fabregas
waged a
is an
personal
inexperienced
crusade
manager. And
against
one thing I
Pochettino
don't
for 5
like is
times
that I
against
don't
his
like
last
because
3
somebody was
matches.
a great player at the
Fantastic
club.
battle ahead.
Now it's
Third
automatic
and
that you're
fourth
supposed
places
to
in the Premiership
bring
with
him to manage
many more
Tottenham.
than the usual suspects in the frame.
He's an
Football's
inexperienced manager.
Northwest Passage has been
Inexperienced manager with an inexperienced team. We are setting up and sabotaging him to fail. We are setting up Fabregas to fail. So I do not agree. But anyway, I'm reaching a point where I'm becoming indifferent. Chelsea should get another coach. Does another coach solve the problem? Does another coach solve the problem? Chelsea needs trophies. Yes, Maresca delivered trophies. The club does not need trophies. The club needs more to do with they need profit. They need profit. Happy New Year. Is this credible information? It's not a matter of credibility. It's a matter of when. It's a matter of when. I think Maresca has chosen to walk out. This is on Maresca. Maresca is the one who has chosen to walk out. It's not the club. It has become irreparable. So now it's just both sides trying to work on the situation so that Maresca was on a 5-year contract so that they can agree how they can compensate him so that he goes, but he's gone. Apart from all other reasons, Maresca is a useless coach. Really? I don't think Maresca is a useless coach. I don't think a manager who finishes 4th, who wins 2 trophies in his first season with an inexperienced team is a useless coach. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I cannot come here and say that Liam Delap is a Erling Haaland who's going to score you goals to win you the league. No, we don't have that. You cannot come here and tell me that Chalobah and Fofana are 2 centre-backs who can challenge for anything. No. Saliba and Gabriel can challenge for titles. Ruben Diaz and Vardiol can challenge for titles. Van Dijk can challenge for titles. Chalobah and Fofana cannot. They are not good enough. He is not useless. The sporting directors are useless. The sporting directors are getting direct instructions from the board and the owners. So the sporting directors are acting on direct instructions. And their main aim is get the newest, hottest, 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 13-year-old, and then get to play them in the team. And then once you play them in the team, look at Strasbourg. Strasbourg, the fans are already getting mad. They are already realizing that this thing is crap. And I'm telling you, this thing is not going to make at Chelsea. Chelsea fans are fans who are used to winning. Nobody is going to buy this project narrative again. Sound issues. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh, there's a problem with your sound, bro. Oh, thank you. The video audio is interfering. Oh, sorry, guys. Can you tell me if there is an issue? We ain't getting you, boss. Boss Dave X. It's high time to call out these useless and stupid owners and sporting directors. Only 1 EPL win out of 7. Bro, we are cooked. This is very bad. Super bad. I hope you're able to get me, guys. I hope you're able to get me. Just leave your comments there. Yeah, thank you very much, Elba. Sound issues. The video is interfering. Oh my God. Not again. Fix the audio. Okay. Am I okay now, guys? Am I okay now? Can somebody just leave a comment if my audio is okay now, please? Okay, thank you. If there is any issue with the sounding, just tell me. I'm really trying my best. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gerald. And the coach is a good coach. I do think Maresca is a good coach. Honestly, this is a manager who, if I'm going against Liverpool, I know he can set the team up to beat Liverpool. Even when we went to play against Arsenal, we just got a red card. But if we don't get a red card, we beat Arsenal. This is the only manager who I go into games, even strong games, knowing that he has something up his sleeve. But the consistency is the issue because he's dealing with young players. You have been talking to yourself for the last 5 minutes. The sound was completely. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Dixon. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Come on, let's. Yeah. the club needs money. The club needs money. The fans need success. The fact that they want him to perform magic is funny with this inexperienced player. Guy, get this coach an experienced attacker, defender, and a goalkeeper. I do think that Sanchez has been a great goalkeeper. So I will talk about a great striker and a great defender, but it's never going to happen. Now, who is the next coach for Chelsea? I don't even know, because I know that he's going to be probably an inexperienced manager. It's Chelsea's philosophy. I think this is a manager who has walked out. This is not a sacking. This is a manager who has chosen to walk out. The environment has become too toxic. About young, inexperienced players is owners and the sporting director's problem. But about team selections and the game management is Maresca's problem. He gambles too much in game management and player selection. Flavor, I have said this. One of the issues that has made Maresca fall out with the board is because he has been asked to select certain players. So sometimes it's not that Maresca is picking up these players because he wants to give them minutes. No, he knows that some of these players are not good enough, but he's being forced to select these players because he must maintain their book value. Because when this Bluco look at it, they look at those players as assets and they look at them as values. So when you don't play them, they are depreciating assets. So they have converted a football club into a limited company. So they're looking at players as part of their assets and they're factoring in depreciation. They're using AI and finance to run a football club. It's not the Wall Street stock market. Thank you very much. We also have former Liverpool coach. Who's the former Liverpool coach? I'm telling you, they are not going to sign a manager who wants to win. I keep on saying this, guys. They are not signing a manager who wants to win. They don't want a manager who wants to win. It's not that they're signing a manager who wants to win. No, they are not planning on getting a manager who wants to win. They are getting a manager who they think and they believe is going to give them the ability to relax. You see, they want a manager who's going to shut up and do what he's been told. That is what they want. The issue is that we can't even sign players because we already have an overload. Yeah, we can't sign players because we went ahead, took 2 billion shillings and splashed it on kids. So there's no money. Now we only have to sell so that we can sign. But again, why are you spending all that money and you're not looking to bring in quality into the squad? Liam Rosner or Frank Lampard again. If I'm Lampard, I'm not coming back to Chelsea. If I'm Frank Lampard, I am not coming back to Chelsea. Honestly speaking, why should Lampard leave his successful career at Coventry to come at Chelsea? No, I get Coventry promoted. Then once I'm at Coventry, I come to the Premier League. I do, because look at what happened to this guy who's at Bayern, Vincent Kompany. There's no need of leaving Coventry and coming to Chelsea and having to put up with this. How many times is Frank Lampard going to come back and get humiliated at this club? No. If you leave Coventry, you probably pick Brighton, or you probably pick up teams like West Ham and you try to work with them. You don't leave Coventry and then you try to pick other teams. No, you pick West Ham or all the other teams. I think that's a much better option. I just want to go through your comments, guys. I'm really appreciating this interaction. Please take through the choices of center backs that you could go for this window and some strikers available. It doesn't even matter. Because the situation here is, it's not like they're going to bring in an experienced center back. No. You see, this is Leonardo DiCaprio FC. They're going to look at the under 21. I don't even know elite under 21 defenders. And even if we have elite under 21 defenders, they're probably playing for other clubs. That's the problem here, my friend. That's the problem here. It's not that even if I can come here and say they should go for Bastoni, they're never going to sign Bastoni. It's just what it is. But let's put it in context. We were fourth best in defense and third best in attack and equal clean sheets with Arsenal. Such a coach can't be underlooked regardless of the place in the table. Listen. How many red cards did you get? Number two, in that Leeds game, who played? You see, what I always say is that you took Caicedo out of that team. What happened in that Leeds game? You took Caicedo out of that team. Rhys James, you know very well, cannot play every 3 days, so he had to be rested in that game. What happened? There is no depth. If you have depth in the team, it means that even if one of your key midfielders, let me use for example Arsenal. If Zubimendi is out, Rice can slot in and play there. If Rice is out, Arteta can choose to play who? Merino in Rice's position. So there is always an experienced backup for every position. Is that the case at Chelsea? When Caicedo is out, you have to bring Santos. And Santos is a young player. He will give you a good game against Burnley, then he will play absolutely terribly against Leeds. And remember, he left Strasbourg to come to Chelsea so that he can get game time so that they can sell him. We need to win trophies. That's all for Chelsea. You need to win it, but I've said the objective of the fans and the objective of the management, super different. Maresca is a big part of the problem. Yes, okay. But the chunk of its sporting director, how is Maresca the biggest part of the problem? Maresca is the problem. Pochettino is the problem. Thomas Tuchel is the problem. Graham Potter is the problem. You have had 4 managers. Are all the 4 managers the problem? You know, at some point, you reach a point where you're like, all 4 managers cannot be the problem. The problem has to be one manager. And in that case, that manager, in that case, it's ownership. They might go for Flamengo coach, bro. If we lose Maresca, we are cooked because that's a good guy. And let me just say this. If we lose Maresca, we can write off the season because the players are going to be so demoralized. Because what are they playing for? Maresca is working today and it's going to be a disaster season. A disaster. Because the players are going to lose their minds. They are going to be like, why am I playing here? Some players might be thinking about how they are going to leave Chelsea. We might be out of the Carabao Cup. We might be now losing games in the Premier League. We'll probably be out of the Champions League. That is what is coming. Remember what happened after Tuchel was sacked. I see that is what is coming. Because what will the players be playing for? They will be playing for nothing unless if Maresca goes, then you retain Willy Caballero. You tell Caballero, you retain, you maintain here. You coach the team until the end of the season. He can maintain stability in the squad because he knows them and he has worked with them. But if you're bringing another manager from outside, it's going to be chaos and it's going to be loss after loss. Players are going to get disappointed. Big players like Palma, Fernandez, Caicedo, Rhys James are now going to start thinking about their future. This is when you're going to see players now handing over transfer requests, starting to have their agents to speak to other clubs. Because you cannot be at a club which is not ambitious as a player. You're wasting your time in that club. Maresca is their nightmare, yeah, and Maresca has exposed them. Even Pep could not even last a single day at Chelsea. He loses a game and then the management comes into the dressing room. Pep will just tell them, because you are coming to the dressing room and you think you are a better coach than me, you just coach. I'll just go home. If you can coach better than me, then you just coach. Even Mourinho cannot stay here. Even Conte cannot stay here. You cannot have managers with the steel to stay in this club because they are going to ask the questions that me and you are going to say. You have to give me room to work. Fans are frustrated with the style of football and players also look frustrated. I cannot say the players look frustrating because the players are playing for the manager. It's not like this is the same football we played last season and we won things with it last season. It's not that. I'm not seeing the players not playing for the manager. I'm seeing the players playing for the manager. I'm not seeing this fight in the dressing room. So the players are in line with the manager. You go and look at what Rhys James posted in his Instagram. You will know that they enjoy play. The reason why we've been playing slow is because when we play fast, we'll have many players getting injured. Now we have a situation where James is able to play more games. Fofana is able to play more games. Neto is able to play more games. These are players who have very horrible injury history, and they are now able to play more games. Why? It's because of the nature in which they are playing nowadays. Thank you very much, Dixon. Lavia, Esugo, possible subs for Caicedo are also injured. The philosophy is the problem. No. Lavia has been injury prone all his footballing career. Esugo, who even knows Esugo? The first time that I saw him coming to Chelsea, he was Caicedo with many tackles and his ball progression was poor. And Maresca said, out of possession, he's a good player, but in possession, he's a liability. Now, you advise us to get the next Chelsea coach. I cannot advise because I don't expect them that they are going to hire Mourinho. They're not going to pick Carlo Ancelotti. They're not going to bring in Antonio Conte. The worst part is that they will bring that Strasbourg manager. Yeah, that's the worst part. That is the worst part. That is the worst part. And that is where we are. That is where we are. So Chelsea Football Club, every year is another scandal. Every year is another scandal. Every year is another problem. And what can I say? What can I say? And people are saying that I'm probably saying this without any information. I'm telling you, Maresca has fallen out with Begdad Egbali. They have fallen out. And if the coach has fallen out with the owner of the club, it is not the owner who's going to go. It is the manager who's going to go. Godfrey, can you imagine in the first 5 games, Liverpool had 15 points and Villa had 3 points. But after a turn of form, Villa pulled the rug and Liverpool dropped off. But Slot was backed and climbed again. Yeah, Slot was backed. But again, I'm saying it's not like at Chelsea, Maresca has not been backed. Maresca has been criticized. Maresca is being forced to play players who do not improve the team. Maresca is forced to toe the line. Maresca is forced not to be ambitious. Maresca is forced not even to write a book. It's literally a form of dictatorship at the ownership. We go out there and buy injured prone players, yeah? No, man, Enzo Maresca was good. Yeah, he was good, but you can't work with this. Enzo Maresca doesn't... I'm seeing Con FC saying Enzo Maresca doesn't like Egbali. Poch didn't like Egbali. The fans don't like Egbali. Not even Todd Bowley, who owns the club with Egbali, likes him. And this even goes ahead, that even Todd Bowley, who's a co-owner at Chelsea, has an issue working with him. He's the largest stakeholder. He's the one who owns Clearlake. But even him, he doesn't like working with his co-owner. And this is actually further exacerbating what I'm talking about. You're watching, 50 of you are watching us. Kindly, like the stream. Like the stream, please. Like the stream, please. Maresca is leaving the club sooner rather than later. He's going to leave. Maresca, EBL is saying that Enzo Maresca is not flawless, but he profiles an elite coach. There are only a handful of them alive, let alone available. Chelsea directors ought to have one hell of a succession plan if they part ways. Paths to success are few between them. Because I've told you, Maresca is an ambitious coach. Maresca has worked under Pep. Maresca understands what is needed to win. But the people who you have, they don't want to win. Mourinho cannot last at this club for even a week. He can't. Mourinho cannot. Knowing Mourinho's ego, he can't do this. He can't do this. It's a huge problem. 3 months of coaching Garnacho and he's already gone. And look at the press conference. You remember people saying that Maresca left the press conference because he felt ill? It came out that he did not feel ill. He just wanted to go and assess himself whether he wants to proceed with this project. And when you see a manager is so confident to be just blatant, defiant, you just know very well that he's on his way out. And Maresca is not going to stay because he has already shown that he doesn't want to be here. The board is not going to back down. And even if he was going to stay, they are going to sack him in the summer. So why should he stay? Why should he stay? If he has an opportunity to enter into a pre-contract agreement with any club, then let him go. We lead on points dropped from winning positions this season. Maresca has too many players, and does not know his best team. Every game has either a different back four or Dixon. I have been explaining this. I hope that you've been in this live stream. I've been explaining this. I've said that Maresca is forced to select other players. Maresca is forced to make these rotations because he has to maintain the book value of these players. Maresca knows his best 11. He came out and said that Fofana and Chaloba are his best centre backs. He said it. He said it. But what is coming out is that he is actually, after every game, he's asked, why are you not playing Hato? Why are you not playing Tosin? Why are you not playing Benoit? We need to get these players' values. So you need to give them minutes. Dixon, I'm repeating again, it's not that Maresca does not know his best team. He knows his best team, but he's being forced to pick the team so that he can maintain this player's value in the books. It will be heartbreaking to see Maresca at City. Very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. That's one manager that I do rate. If Maresca walks away, the entire world will respect him. If I was him, I will walk away. Yeah, that is true. If he walks away, they will respect him because they will be like, this is a guy who wants to win. He's a guy who wants to win. I do agree with you, 100%. 100%. We lose 6 points and the board acts like his ass. Mate, he got us the Club World Cup and the Conference League. Yeah. But again, that is it. Because these guys, they don't understand football. This is also another problem of having an ownership that does not understand football. And that is why I'm saying Todd Bowley and Begdad need to just stay away from the club. They just need to stay away from the club. And they need to allow the sporting directors to work with the manager. That is what is supposed to happen. Even Roman Abramovich, he stayed away from the club. He allowed Marina and Czech and the managers to work together. So you just stay away from the club. I've always said this. Throughout the season, you're going to get to that point where you're going to drop points. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose every other game remaining, but it means that you're going to be given an opportunity to go through that spell, get the backing of the club, and go up. That is what Liverpool did with Slot. When Arsenal, at some point in the second season of Arteta, they were languishing in 20th, they did not go ahead and sack Arteta. They constantly kept on giving statements that the club is backing Arteta. So you have to back a manager. But I know there are some fans here who are like, Maresca, go, because they expect Chelsea to win the league. And I call that delusion. If you are looking at this Chelsea squad and you're seeing league title, then you are delusional. If you think that the manager is the problem, then you're probably delusional because you do not understand how football works. You build a team. And when you're building a team, you're bound to go through this. But if the ownership does not support you to go through this, what do you expect? Thanks for that. My thought is substantial about forcing some selections for market value because a coach of Maresca's caliber can't keep giving Tosin starts ahead of Achimpong. They even say that the reason why they didn't sign a centre-back is because Achimpong would hand over a transfer request. So that is what I wanted to talk about. And yeah, so I will not be surprised. I've had news that he has actually chosen to go. So once again, if you're watching this video and you are 50 of you, kindly like, I really ask you to like the video. I'm really asking you to like the video. Sacking managers has been the norm and tradition at Chelsea. And Chelsea has not won the league in the last 7 years. Yeah, sacking managers. Guess the teams that have won the leagues in the last 7 years? Teams that have actually maintained managers. So if you're not able to build, this is not like the Roman days where you just sack Mourinho and you hire Ancelotti. No. Nowadays you have to build. Football has changed. Football is no longer what it used to be. Now you have to sit down and build. Imagine Man United management still comes out after Wolves and gives a statement that they back the manager and they feel the club. Look at Manchester United. This is a very good comment. Even after the Wolves draw, they are still coming out to back Amorim. That is what the board offered. That is what Maresca asked. Because if the board came out and said that even after this, we are still backing this manager, what you're going to see is that the manager is going to feel supported. Please like the video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to this. This is quite interesting. Yes. Manchester United's board came out and they are backing Amorim. They're standing with Amorim. They're being with him. They're not letting him go. Thank you very much, whoever is liking this video. Ensure you like. If you're new, ensure you subscribe to this video. Thank you very much. And it's actually coming out that Maresca doesn't like a Bali. And you see, even Pochettino. Remember, even Pochettino did not get sacked. Pochettino walked away. He walked away. And I knew that this management is a problem because what did I notice? When Luis Enrique brought his proposal at Chelsea, what did they do? They said that Luis Enrique is not good enough. They want Pochettino because they believed that Pochettino was going to be the one who was going to sit down, take up their crap and manage players. And when Pochettino was now managing the players and Pochettino was like, okay, I want to win and compete the way I used to compete at Tottenham, what happened? They tell him, no, we have to take Conor Gallagher and sell him. And Pochettino was like, it's going to affect the team. No, we are going to sell him. And Pochettino was like, I can't work this way. And he left. And you always kept on seeing, after the end of a defeat, they are going into the dressing room. What are you going to do in the dressing room? You're even making the work of the manager difficult because now the players may not even respect the manager because they can see your authority in the manager. It doesn't work like that. Knock context. Great stream, Tyrone. Yes, I'm seeing Isaac here. Isaac, how are you? And can you have your camera on, please? Things are boiling. Fabrizio already said that Chelsea and Maresca situation is getting tense, and it's not about the next game or January result. Because I've said this. This is one thing I need to say. Maresca is not leaving the club because this is Mehdi. Kindly join. Remember, Maresca is not leaving the club because of the results. He's not leaving the club because of the results. He's leaving the club because because he cannot work with the board. It's not about the results. He's not leaving the club because of the results. The clubs are also not sacking him because of the results. Somebody is saying clickbait title. It's not going to be a clickbait title in the afternoon. It's not going to be a clickbait title in the afternoon. It's happening. Even Fabrizio Romano is talking about it. If Fabrizio Romano is talking about it, David Ornstein is talking about it, it's not a clickbait. It's coming. And I said it is coming. Imagine these guys put Chalobah out of the club forcefully, and now no elite coach wants to enter the club with these skills. Yes, Chalobah, they actually sent Chalobah out. And it was actually because Chalobah is a good person and he loves the club. That's why Chalobah was like, this is the club that I grew in. I love the fans. I love the club. He came back. But Jackson, when they forcefully forced Jackson out and they tried to get Jackson back, Jackson said, I'm not coming back. I'm going. You can't treat me like that and you expect me to come back. That's the reason. Chalobah loves the club. He's a humble guy, so he chose to come back. But Jackson said, I'm not going to come back. And the circus continues. Poch wanted to keep Conor Gallagher and use him, but there was a force to sell Conor so that he can pick Enzo Fernandez, who's sluggish and can't offer. Maresca is one manager who has managed to get the best out of Enzo. He knew what to get the best out of Enzo. I'm not saying Enzo is a bad player, but Maresca came out with a way of getting the best out of him. But this same Maresca who came out with that way is the same Maresca they want to kick out. We only have two managers that can replace Maresca. Zinedine Zidane, with his attitude, he cannot work at Chelsea. At Chelsea. So do not think about Zinedine Zidane and Carlo Ancelotti, and do not think about those. They are never going to hire those managers. They're not even going to hire Emery. You're talking about Zinedine. They're not even going to hire Emery. So do not even think about those managers. They're going to pick a manager from Strasbourg or pick a manager from the Championship. Because I've told you, the issue is that it's not the results. They're not doubting that Maresca can turn things around. They're not doubting that Maresca can win a trophy. Maresca is in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. He can win that. Maresca can turn things in the Champions League. Maresca can turn out things in the league and finish in the top 4. He can do it. The problem is not the results. The problem is Maresca is finding this environment toxic to work in. That is the problem. And the club want a yes man. They want a yes man. Go and play hard against Manchester City so that he can get exposure. You play him, despite knowing very well that Fofana and Chalobah are your best defender. And then when you play him, the fans ask, why are you playing this mediocre player in this game? And you know it's a very important game. Do you know what the manager will say? The manager has to come out, own up the decision, get abused by the fans, get ridiculed by the fans, get bombed down by the media because he's protecting the owners who are forcing him to pick these players. That is what is happening. The manager is being attacked because he's being forced to pick these players. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. Guys, I have to go now. It's yeah. Thank you very much. Isaac, how are you?
I'm fine, Tyrone. How are you? Tyrone, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
Hello, how are you?
Yes,
Happy
I'm
New
fine. Thank you. Same to you.
Happy New Year. It's a
Same to
happy
you.
New Year for Chelsea.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Thank you very much to give me access to this live. So, first of all, I want to wish you a happy New Year and all your followers who are supporting you every day, watching video, like the videos. So, we are all reunited because of the club, because of Chelsea. And we can wish everyone a happy new year, but at the club, the situation is not good enough because of the situation which happening with the manager. So what I can say, first of all, is that you've just said that what is happening now, it's not because of the result, but because of the environment, which is toxic. But on that topic, what I can say, it's because of the result. Because of the result we get, I think from beginning of December, is that result which brought us in this situation where we are. If the result was good, we could not be in this situation because the owner of the club, they are looking at what they are doing for the club, the money they are spending, but they, as we know, this season they didn't ask Maresca to win the title. They want him to maintain the top 4. But how can you maintain the top 4 when we are dropping points to the teams like Leeds? So this is the problem. When we are conceding some silly goals, this is the problem. And this is what brings sack result. So if you remember a couple of months ago, I was telling you that it was in life that this man Maresca must be sacked. And I knew it was coming because Maresca was a yes man. I liked the attitude of Pochettino. When he saw that they were not aligned with the board, so he just left the club. Maresca agreed with the board from the beginning of their contract how they are going to work. So I know after winning the Conference League, after winning the Club World Cup, so Maresca starts seeing himself as a top coach and start seeing himself that he can ask whatever he wants from the board, then the board just tell him, look, this is not what we agree from the beginning. You start asking this, asking that, no, but see our line of working. So what we have to notice now, we cannot change the board. It's their club. They bought it with their money and they have their vision. So now, Maresca on his role accepted to work with the player they are going to give him. Notice that during this period of bad result, we've pointed also Maresca. I still believe, Tyron, that with this team, of course, it's difficult to win the title if you compare the squad of Arsenal, of Manchester City with Chelsea, but we still can do something. You see, when I take a comparison between Chelsea squad and Aston Villa squad, the only things which is different is only the age.
And you know, and you know the way the age is super important. The age is super important.
But the talent,
the age,
we have also
the talent can be there, but age is super important.
According to me,
age,
the only things which is different is the management. Look at Enzo Maresca, look at Une Emery. The only things for me is
so you've talked about the age, which you have said that is the only difference, and the talent is actually different. Let me ask you a question: between Delap and Watkins, who's a better player?
Okay, you've raised a good question.
Just answer the question first.
Yeah, I'm going to answer, and I've raised this a couple of days ago, if you remember. I said that Maresca is not getting the best of the lab. I'm still saying that. Look, we recruit the lab, and I think everyone here, maybe not Christian Watege, it's maybe the only one who didn't want the recruitment of the lab. But the recruitment of the lab, we were so happy because we saw what the lab did with a team like Ipswich. And we believe that the lab can do the same with Chelsea. But the things which the lab show with Ipswich is not capable to show it with Chelsea. Why? This is a good question.
He's not capable of showing it with Chelsea. Just let me answer this. He's not capable of showing it at Chelsea because the Ipswich and Chelsea play different games.
Yes.
And Ipswich is a counter-attacking team. Chelsea is a possession-based team. Majority of the teams that Chelsea will face in the Premier League are the teams that will see Chelsea and sit in deep blocks. And that is not the strength of Delap. And there is no way Maresca can change anything about the way other teams set up against Chelsea because of Delap. Because if you go to play West Ham, they are going to sit back. If you play Burnley, they will sit back. If you play Newcastle, they will sit back. So everybody is going to sit back. And if they sit back, they will not give that space in behind.
If you are playing Man City,
and if they
will sit back.
But you cannot win the league or challenge the league by just beating. You can beat Man City, you can beat Liverpool, you can beat Arsenal, you can beat Manchester United, you can beat Tottenham, but that will not win you the league. You have to beat Leeds, you have to beat Burnley, you have to beat West Ham, you have to beat Sunderland. And Delap is not a good striker.
This is
to play like to.
This we are saying it's very important. You know why? Because for Maresca is approaching every games the same way. How can you approach Leeds and Arsenal in the same way?
I was answering the question that you said that he's not using Delap well, and I've said the scouting team signed the wrong profile of a striker. If they signed Victor Osimhen would have fit in at Chelsea because Osimhen knows how to hold the ball. Osimhen knows how to head the ball. Osimhen is good at shielding defenders, but
No.
they choose Delap is it's like the way we brought in this guy called Timo Werner. He's a player who likes to make runs, but Chelsea is when you're a possession-based team, you're always not getting that space in behind. 90% of the games you're not getting it. So if you have a player whose strength is that, he cannot win in that situation.
Yes, Tyrone, I agree with what you are saying. If today you are a manager of Chelsea and the scouting team brought you a player which doesn't fit in your system, what are you going to do? The player is already in the club. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to do what Maresca is doing now.
This is a mistake. If I was a manager, you brought me the lab who is not fitting in my system, I will not play him.
But you see, okay, thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Isaac. You've answered the question. Thank you, Isaac. You've answered the question. You have said you will not play him.
Yes.
Do you know why Maresca is walking out of the club?
Mm-hmm.
He's walking out of the club because he has to play Benoit, because he has to play Hato, because he has to play those players that he has to play Bonanote.
What you are saying?
He's walking out of the club because let me say this, Isaac. Me and you have constantly objected rotation of players. We have always said that this team goes strong. But the information that is coming out now, because me and you will blame the manager, rightfully so. Rightfully so. You are right to blame the manager, and it is right to blame the manager. But the information is coming out is that Maresca understood his first team. Remember one day Maresca said that Fofana and Chalobah are his best defenders. But then the next game he started tossing. You remember that? You remember that? And me and you were angry. In fact, you are coming out and saying, how can you say that these two are your best defenders? Then you're playing tossing. But it is coming out now. The information is coming out now that Maresca was being forced to use some of these players.
Good. That's good.
So the issue is even if we bring another manager who wants to win, he's going to come into the club and he is going to be told, by the way, you have to play hard. It's going to cost you points. It's going to cost you points, but it's going to cost you points. But if it costs you points again, the fans are going to say you are a shit manager. You have to. No. So you either to that is what happens. You are saying Maresca needs to go. Maresca is going. So because you have said Maresca is the problem, I want the next manager to win the league at the end of the season. That's my opinion.
Okay. Now you move it at another at the next step regarding the next manager. Let me tell you.
Elba, can you join, please?
Sorry?
Yes. I was saying, Albert, saying that you're contradicting yourself. I want him to come and ask you questions.
Yes,
he should not just comment.
Let him come. Let him come. Let him come. You see, the parts of, or if we can say the sacking of Maresca, it's very logical. For me, it's very logical. As you give a good example of Tozin, when Maresca said that Fofana and Chalobah was our best defender, and then the next game played Tozin. So, if your view, you as a manager, is now different than what the board is thinking, so it's time to go. That's why I told you a couple of months ago that Maresca should go. Because
that's why
when you analyze this question, there is a constant which cannot change by the end of the day is the board. That's why, and that is why Maresca has taken, the decision to walk, which I do agree. Yes. That's why, which I do agree. If we don't, but the question is, he could take this decision 3 months ago.
Why should he take it 3 months ago?
Yes, of course.
Why should he take it 3 months?
You remember when we were discussing this topic, Tyrone?
Yeah, but you see, even at your reputation, let me say this. Even at the reputation,
when he's asked for a new centre back, it was during that time. When I started when he asked for a new centre back and they said no, you have to work with the centre back at your disposal.
Let me say this, Isaac. Do you know that as a manager, you want to maintain something in your CV? So if Maresca asks for a new center back and he's not given a new center back, and then he walks, are other clubs going to be looking at Maresca and saying, let's hire him? They'll be like,
Now,
we can't hire this. Let me finish. We can't hire this guy because if we hire this guy and we don't give him what he wants, he's going to move. In fact, Maresca has been so respectful and he has been so professional. You remember what if Antonio Conte was in this club? Let me just be clear. Remember what Conte did in Tottenham. Remember what Conte did at Chelsea. Where Conte wanted Lukaku, Conte wanted Van Dijk, Conte wanted Alisson. Chelsea never gave him those players. Remember how Conte reacted. Remember how Conte reacted. Remember this recent stint at Tottenham.
I supported.
No.
For me,
and that is. But this is why. This is why he can't get a job in big.
Only on your CV. And remember, I told you, you will lose your personality. And this is where now Maresca is. You think now, you said, if during that time he said that, okay, because you refuse to give me a new center back, I'm work and I'm going out of the club. So which club is going to hire Maresca now in this situation? What Maresca
Maresca has an offer to Maresca has an offer to Manchester City. Oh my God!
He doesn't have an offer. He has rumors. And let me tell you,
Isaac, we are going to bet with you. He's going to be at Manchester City next season.
It's a rumor. Okay, let him go to. Yes, let him.
And he will be.
Which is a good thing.
And he will be winning, and he will be saying, look at how we left a good manager. Because I'm saying this. I am saying he's a good manager, but the people who are running the club are bad. That is what I'm saying.
Unless he changes his idea. If he goes to Manchester City with the same idea he has at Chelsea, he will fail. I'm telling you.
He will not. He will not.
He will fail.
He will not.
Idea. If he goes with the same idea, he will fail.
This guy has raised a simple question. We should all agree that Maresca is not stupid. He cannot start tossing over Fofana unless he's being forced. That's why I'm saying. I know, Isaac, you get angry because
this is lack of personality. Yes, definitely. It's stupid. Actually, it's stupid. How come? I'm a manager. I have, don't know, some diploma for that. And then I come, I set my plan. I'm saying that Fofana is coming before Tozin. Then there is a board who forced me to put Tozin. So, and you are doing what the board is asking you. It's stupid.
Yeah, that is what your boss has said.
What to give me
you see
of my lineup.
You see, Isaac, that is what you said. The boss has told you do this. It's like you're at work. It's like, just an example, it's like you're at work, you've been given a financial report. This report, you know you want to do it this way, it will work. You know that this is the way to work. But you tell your boss, I'm going to do it this way. Your boss tells you, no, do it this way. And then you're like, but the boss, this thing will not work when I do it like this. But the boss said, listen here, I have said, do it this way. What are you going to do? And you're earning yourself. No, this guy is...
Actually, you are giving the example which I gave in our platform. I told you about the same example, that even me at work, if I'm convinced that this is a good way to do things, I will not do. I gave you the same example. Why are you
But again, that is why. You see the reason why. That's why I'm telling you, that is the reason why Maresca is getting sacked. No, yes. he's resigning. He's resigning because he has defied the boss. That is why.
Which is good. If he should do that, he should take this decision 3 months ago.
No, not 3 months ago. Why should he go? You see, 3 months ago, listen here, 3 months ago, he was in a perfect position. And again, you cannot throw the towels. You see, now is when it is the right time, going into the new year. And it is halfway. It is halfway in the season. It is then after 19 games. It is halfway. And the season is here. The second leg is starting. The first leg has ended. This is the best time. In my opinion, Isaac, in my opinion, is that my best choice, my best decision that I can think is they can agree mutually with the club that he's going to stay till the end of the season and then leave at the end of the season. That is my opinion. That is what I want. I don't want another manager in the middle of the season. I'm not prepared to suffer. I suffered a lot under Potter. Please, I don't want that. I suffered a lot under Potter.
This is what I wanted
Let him
to say.
finish the season and go.
You are scaring of. I know what you are scaring of. I know. You think after Maresca, it will be disaster. This is what you think. But let me tell you one thing. The world is so big and there are smart people in the world. I'm still thinking that. I'm not expecting Ancelotti. I'm not expecting Luis Enrique. I'm not expecting Hansi Flick. But this world has smart people and you can get a smart man which will come first at the middle of the season with a short term. You finish the season in the good way and then you start the new season in the good way. I'm still thinking that. I'm positive. For me, after Maresca, there is a life and there is a way to do things better. Why?
I've not denied that there is a better manager out there to do it. I do not disagree. It can go two ways. Listen here, this is a risk. It can go either two ways. It either works, you get a manager who's coming to win you the Champions League and other trophies and win next season, or the most likely which is going to disrupt the squad. The players are going to be unhappy. The players are going to be uncertain of their future, and then everything is going to fall off. Remember what happened after Tuchel was sacked? Havertz started to want to go. Mount was the one who started to have ideas of going. The likes of Azpilicueta were already thinking about the next club. The only player who was thinking about being at Chelsea were two, Thiago Silva and Reece James. Everybody else was thinking about how they are going to go into the next club. That is what happened, because they formed a bond with this manager. So that is the same thing that is going to happen. The probability is it either works or it goes terribly wrong. But the question is, in the middle of the season, would you prefer? Because one thing I know is that if Maresca reaches the end of the season, we can get top 4. I know we're not going to win the league, but we will get top 4. We will get top 4.
This season, I don't know. This season,
we will get.
There is no. I'm telling you.
No,
top 4.
It's just
no.
We were great team in November. It's just that in December we won one game. It is December where we were poor. It's all the new year starting.
All the confidence has dropped.
I do not believe. I think the players are playing for the manager. And I think in the beginning, there's always that feeling that in the beginning of the year, you want to achieve something. Guys, you're watching us, kindly like the live so that we can be able to push this live to many people. So, Isaac, what I'm saying is that we are starting the year. I do believe things would change. Even Liverpool went through this path. Even Manchester City went through this path. It happens in every team. There's no team that wins every game from minute 1 to minute 90. Nothing happened.
Sorry to interrupt you. You raised the example of Liverpool and Manchester City. Think didn't change like that. Something changed, then they come to the good result. So
the question is,
decide to drop Mohamed Salah. Manchester City decide to recruit actually all the midfield. You see, something must change. Don't say that nothing.
Okay, good. Thank you. You have said Manchester City decided to recruit the team. So who's supposed to change the fortune for Chelsea in the January transfer window? It's not in the manager. Then it is with the scouting team. So the scouting team needs to recruit a player who's going to change the fortune of the team in the second leg.
This is a good question, and at least you have the answer to this question. And we've experienced this in the past with the manager who came in the middle of the season. We experienced that.
Which manager came in the middle of the season, and which team was that? Look at the manager who came in the middle of the season. Let me say it. Look at
the team. Is not about the team. Is about
no, it's not.
No.
No.
Team. The same team was doing a bad result when a new manager came. The things changed.
But I've said, yes, I do agree with you. I do. But again, context.
But when the new manager came, the things changed.
Context, Isaac, context. What kind of team we had? No, let me finish. What kind of the team we had? We had Oliver Giroud. Let me finish. We had Giroud, 32 years old. No, we had Giroud, 32 years. We had Thiago Silva, 36 years. We had N'Golo Kante, 29 years. We had Jorginho, 28 years. We had Kovacic, 28 years. We had Azpilicueta, 30 years old. We had Rudiger, 28 years old. We had Kepa, who was the goalkeeper. He was 27. Edouard Mendy was 28. Those were experienced players.
Before Thomas Tuchel, all these players you are talking about, they had good or bad result before Thomas Tuchel.
The question is, are Chelsea where they were when Thomas Tuchel was being hired? We are 5th. Under Lampard, we were 12th. This is the reality.
And where are we today?
We are 5th.
We are 5th, but let's today Sunderland and Liverpool played. And you are going to tell me where we will be.
It is. I am not hearing that we cannot win the top. One thing I've always said is that I don't like chopping and changing managers in the middle of the season. If it is the manager, let him. It is not a disaster. We are just 5th. We can win games and get back to the top 4.
You gave a list of the players who played under Frank Lampard, and we were getting a bad result. Thomas Tuchel came with the same players, and you saw the result.
That is a gamble, Isaac. That is a gamble. That is a probability. That's a probability that it can work.
But it's not a probability.
It's a probability.
I was telling you before that someone smart can come and give the short solution to end up the season, and then next season it starts something good.
Give me the manager who came in was an experienced manager. Who is coming in who's smart? Give us your option. Who's coming in who's smart? Who's going to change it? Let me say, if Maresca gets sacked and we win the Champions League and the FA Cup, there's no problem with me. Okay, who's coming?
Yeah, but for you think that if we change Maresca, we are going to finish 12.
Okay, who's coming? Who's coming, Isaac? Who's your suggestion? Who's going to come and win us the Champions League? I have no problem winning. If there's a manager who's out there who can work with this board with their problems and win, there's no problem. Because the situation is, who is the coach?
There is a constant. What you cannot change in this situation is the board. I'm keep telling you that. It's the board. You cannot change the board. They have their philosophy. When you agree to work with them, you have to work in their philosophy. But your power is amongst your player and your game and your lineup. You see, that is where your power is. When someone come now to tell you, no, don't play this one, play this one, is not a manager. You are a manager. You have to take a decision from them. You are a manager. Someone else cannot come and tell you what you're supposed to do in the lineup and the change. Okay, now, coming back to your question about my suggestion of the manager. I was telling you that the world is so smart. I still believe that someone as this current coach of Real Madrid, Xavi Alonso, is a good manager. That is my first suggestion.
So at Chelsea, is Xabi Alonso going to leave Real Madrid and come to Chelsea?
You ask me for a suggestion. This is a suggestion.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking you. Is it going to happen? Is it
inside bringing this one, and that is not on my control.
One thing that I can always say is that managers generally like to come in at the end of the season, so that you give them the preseason to work with the players. That is what I do believe. That's why I'm saying with this Maresca situation, let them mutually agree and say that at the end of the season, you go. See, you, Isaac, you want Maresca gone. You want him gone. Yeah. So he will go. So they can agree and say, Maresca, you coach till the end of the season. We are going to back you. You coach till the end of the season. At the end of the season, you go. That is my opinion, because let him go at the end of the season, not in the middle of the season. Let him go at the end of the season.
But he will not get that. I can assure you, he will not get four.
Even the new manager who's going to get hired, it's not like he's guaranteed he's going to get top 4. So what I'm saying is that they can agree like this. Let him go. And Maresca can be like, since this is my final season, let me try and win something with this team so that I can go with high spirit. And even the team can be like, let's try and win something for this guy and go. That is something that usually happens. So they can say, let's win something so that if we win the Champions League, Palma can get an opportunity to go to Real Madrid. Enzo can also get an opportunity to get to either Barcelona. So in my opinion is that they can sit now and agree, and the board can agree with Maresca, and they can persuade Maresca that going in the middle of the season can be catastrophic. Let's do this. Let us work together till the end of the season. We arrange your payments. You try to just win games and win something in the end of the season, and you can go. So that those people who want Maresca gone can have their new manager, their new Pep Guardiola, who's going to win them the treble next season, to come in the summer and prepare. So that the new manager can come in and we can't say that, oh, he didn't get time. No. Let it be agreed that Maresca is going at the end of the season, so that the fans can now be peaceful. People like Isaac can be like, they don't have to deal with Maresca next season. They're going to get their Pep, who's going to win them treble. You see? And in the meanwhile, we maintain stability. What I want is stability in this team. I want stability.
That's why I say you are scared. So for you, you are just thinking today, if Maresca goes, so what this squad will be. So don't scare, please. Don't scare.
Which manager is going to implement his system and his philosophy of play when he's playing after every 3 days? What time does he have to tell the players that this is the way I want you to play? You also need to look at that side of football. And if you don't have experienced players who can manage the game in the pitch by themselves, then you are putting it a recipe for disaster.
But what is sure is that this man has failed Maresca.
Sidon, he's not failed. He's not failed.
Between you and me,
he has not failed.
We are not manager. We are not coach. We are not manager. We are not coach. We just watch football and we like football. Can you do what Maresca did against Manchester United? Panicking when you get a red card.
Let me ask you a question. Let me say this. No manager is perfect. Look at the 2021 Champions League final between Chelsea and Manchester City. Pep Guardiola benched Rodri and Fernandinho in that game. He benched both of his defensive midfielders. Does that one game make Pep Guardiola a terrible manager? Now I'm asking a question.
No.
Okay. So Maresca. Let me finish. Maresca beat a super PSG team. He finished top 4. He won the Conference League in his first season. Is he not allowed to make a mistake in a game?
Make a comparison. And then you did that, and then you are panicking for a red card.
But he can make a mistake. Human beings make a mistake, Isaac. No manager is going to come in and win 38 out of 38 games. They are just games. There are even games when Thomas Tuchel used to come. Even Tuchel himself used to come out after the press conference and say, "This is my bad. I think I did not select the best team." Even Tuchel used to say that. Even Maresca admitted that he made a mistake.
You are not getting the how can I say, the deep of what it means for a red card. We are discussing for lineup. In lineup, I know there is no manager who made a mistake in the lineup. But these are
the things which you and me knows how to deal with a red card. You and me, we are not managers. Okay.
But if it could go with a red card, it can go either way. Even if he made the right decisions, he can still lose that game. Maybe he could still lose that game. You know, this is a game you are away at Old Trafford and you've gone a man down. The probability of you winning is low, even by that extent. You are away at Old Trafford. It's like this Manchester City game, and we get a red card in the 3rd minute. Then you're saying that the manager is supposed to win. It's an impossibility. Look at the Arsenal game. He got a red card and he managed to get a draw in that game. So these things happen. I'm not saying that Maresca is flawless, but no manager is perfect. Even Pep makes mistakes. Even Klopp makes mistakes. Even Tuchel makes mistakes. Maresca in his first season, he did well. He did well, Isaac. He did well in his first season. And this is the 2nd season, and the season has not ended. So I cannot say that he's bad manager. That's why I'm saying, let's give him till the end of the season. At the end of the season, maybe he can get a top 4. Maybe he can win you the Champions League. Will you be saying the same thing?
Yeah, Champions League maybe, but top 4, I'm not sure.
It's not. There are 19 games to go. Yeah, those are so many games. Those are 19 games to go. They are around 57 points to be won. Those are good points. 57 points. How many games? Let me check here. 19 times 3. Let me just do this here. 19 times 3.
There is
57 points.
There is someone here who is saying that I said that Xavi is going to join Chelsea. Maybe he's not watching this live. I didn't say that. It was my suggestion. You see, people are watching, but they don't understand.
Isaac, I like your content reviews, but you can argue with you the whole day.
Yeah.
How to disagree to agree.
Sorry?
You have to disagree to agree.
I have to disagree to agree. Yeah,
but it's good. It's good to also have the other side, the Maresca outside, so that.
Yeah, but don't allow someone to say what I didn't say. I didn't say that Xavi is going to join Chelsea. You see, he's just watching, but he don't understand what we are saying.
Yeah. So
I gave a suggestion.
Yeah. Thank you. So, do you expect the next manager to come in and okay? What's your expectation on the next manager? Because Maresca is gone now, what's your expectation on the next manager, and what is your target for him so that you can say he's a success?
At least it is to compete for the top 4.
But Maresca can compete for the top 4 now. He's 5th.
Now for this,
so that is not an upgrade.
At this moment,
I said
at this
moment he cannot.
He can. I've said there are 57 points to go. We have seen it is mathematically possible. There are 57 points to go. If he can win 40 points, if he can win 44, listen here, Isaac. We have 30 points now. If we win 40 points in the second leg, we get 70 points. That is
when
he can do it.
If
he can do it, Isaac. Even if you smile and look like I don't make sense. He can do it.
No. You are looking at points. You see, you are looking at points, but me, I'm looking of the content. You and me, we knows the Maresca ball. Okay, and every manager in Premier League.
Guys, is the issue on my end or Isaac's end?
What?
You have a lot of people going at you. I don't know why they are going at you. Isaac is our resident
because
guy.
They are scaring of Maresca. Bring those people. Bring those people and let's discuss on life. Bring them.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. You were saying there is many people coming on me. I don't care. I don't care about that. They can be 1 million, 1 billion. They might be all wrong. And the history has proven that. And the history has proven that when people are too many supporting something, they might be all wrong.
Guys, let's be respectful. You can disagree with Isaac. You can think that Isaac's opinion does not align with you, but he has the right to make his opinion.
Don't worry. It's not hurting me. Let them speak. They are free. It's good. It's good to have feedback like that. It's good.
But they need to be. But they need to be respectful. You're free, but you need to be respectful, because some of them like this guy is calling you low IQ. This guy is calling you low IQ.
No problem. There is no problem. I don't have any problem with that.
I think Christian needs to come and help you. He's probably taken his family for New Year. He's not even commenting here. Isaac is not getting the memo. Isaac, seems you're on your own. The fact that Chelsea has barely won at Old Trafford, Manchester City was in a crisis. Why should Chelsea sack? You see, Isaac. Seriously, Isaac's submission has. Please, Godfrey.
No, let him free, please. Let him free. Let him be free, Godfrey. Yeah, it's good to express yourself. It's good you express yourself. But what I can tell you, don't scare. You guys are scared enough. Don't scare. We have a good experience. We won 2 Champions Leagues with the manager who came in the middle of the season. This is the answer I can give to Godfrey.
I one thing I like is that we're having this live. So if the new manager comes in and does something, you take all the credit.
Come to this, yes.
It's not about Chelsea sacking Maresca. Maresca is the one walking away. Yeah, that one we know. This is the most decision to take as a club. What is that? Is the news official? I don't see Maresca official sacking anywhere. It's coming. It's gone. He's gone. He's walking away. That's your New Year's gift. You saw the wrap, the 2025 wrap. You saw the 2025 wrap that Chelsea released.
No.
Maresca is not there. They have just shown the players. They have not shown Maresca. He's not there.
Okay.
That seems that it's over. He's not been shown. You see, they have not even shown the manager lifting the trophies and carrying he's out. Nothing. They have just shown the player. It's quite clear it's over. It's quite Isaac. Isaac, it's over.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So there are some people who think that I'm using clickbait. There are some people who are like, "Oh, Tyrone is just using clickbait." They don't know that it has already happened. It's already happened. Anytime you can.
Probably the game against Manchester City will be the last, because we're
gonna
lose.
He will not be. No, he's not going to be in that game.
Okay.
He's not going to be in that game. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, when is the press conference supposed to happen? It's supposed to happen tomorrow. He will not be in that press conference. He will have gone today. In fact, he's going today. Today, the club statement is coming out. Today.
Okay.
I've told them today. Today is when Isaac is going to buy champagne and say, "Bye, Maresca, bye."
Bye, you guys. We are tired with Maresca ball. Isolating the wingers, coming in the half space.
Please, you people are confirming that he has been sacked or what? It's not a confirmation. It's something that has happened. You'll just get the...
Yeah, it's not.
It has already... It has happened. Yeah, he's walked away.
At least I have Hawa. Who likes my confidence. Yes, Hawa, please. In life, you have to be confident. You see what Maresca did? Maresca was a yes man in front of the board. So now, because of being a yes man, it's coming now that in 2026, the first day of the year is going to be sacked. You see?
He's not getting sacked. He's leaving, Isaac. Even if you don't like him, he's the one who's
Okay.
walking away.
At the club. Let's say that he will not be at the club.
This manager has never had a consistent first 11, so I don't know if that the board is the one who forces him to rotate.
You see,
we've talked about that.
You see, this topic you have brought. This there is someone who said that he doesn't have a consistent 11 to start the game. Then you said the board has forced him. Does it make sense? Now you are a manager.
Yeah, no. I think was it Matlo or was it Nizaki in Sela?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Sorry. So Isaac,
Yes.
let's just wait. I think I'm having some issues and I want to leave for somewhere. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming and being a strong Maresca out guy and being confident. I like that.
We will be there after Maresca leaving. We'll be there to comment.
Yeah, and if it goes wrong, and I want to ask you this question as we go. If it goes wrong, are you going to apologize?
What do you mean it goes wrong? We hire a bad result.
Yeah, and we fall off. So
we hire a bad manager after Maresca. If we hire a bad manager, so the result is going to be bad.
No, be ready to come here and say we should have stayed with him till the end of the season and be ready. Be ready, Isaac.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that today we sacked Maresca and we go to hire a Wolverhampton manager. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. We should not Wolverhampton and bring that manager. You see? So I'm not saying that today.
Okay, Isaac. Okay, Isaac. So, guys, thank you very much.
We hire any manager and then we are going to get top 4. No. We have to hire a good manager. Not a top manager.
Anyway, Okay, guys. So Isaac has been there. He has taken everything that you have said. Even if you have gone hard on him, he has stood strong, stood his stand, took everything.
There is no issue. There is no issue.
So thank you, Isaac, for joining. And hopefully one day, your friend would have been here.
Yes.
Your friend should have been here to stand with you, Christian.
Yes, Christian. Once again. Happy New Year to him.
Happy New Year. So thank you guys for joining us, and it's been a good life. So Isaac, thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.